Hello and welcome to Ask a Web Geek. My name is CJ Gilbert and you're joining us for episode number 27. We've got a great show planned for you, packed with content, packed with really timely topics and advice, and I'm so glad that you're here with us this morning. Welcome. You've joined CJ Gilbert in the Web Cave. We're safe and dry inside. It's raining outside. We're broadcasting from San Diego, California, and I'm so glad that you're with us here this morning. We're going live in our Facebook group. We invite you to join our Facebook group if you'd like to participate in one of the live tapings, and you'll find that at Ask a Web Geek in Facebook. And we've got more links and details coming up. But first, I want to introduce you to our featured animal of the week, and that's my little chameleon friend right here. You know, the chameleon is my logo. You can see him right here in the corner of the screen. And I love the chameleon for a couple reasons. One reason that I use it is I can adapt to your branding, right? If you already have a particular branding, we want a website to match your branding. And sometimes I talk about chameleons being able to blend into the environment and hide, and what we want to do with our branding is stand out. We don't want to blend into the jungle. We want people to see us and remember us. But today, my message is a little different for you. So the chameleon, as you know, can change his colors to adapt to his surroundings. And that is my message for you today. That's what I want you to remember moving forward this week. How can you adapt to your situation, to your environment? You can't control what's happening around you necessarily, but you can control how you feel about it, you can control how you respond to it, and you can control the solutions that you innovate and come up with. So that's my message for you today, is how can we adapt, and improve our situation? Given the circumstances we have, given the events that we're in, what can we do to move forward? So I want you to remember our chameleon this week and think about how you can adapt to your surroundings. I don't necessarily mean change your color and blend in and hide. What I mean instead is adapt to your surroundings. And how can that help you this week? So our chameleon's gonna be parked right over here. Let's jump over to our slides and get the show started. Ask a Web Geek with CJ Gilbert. I'm your web safari guide. We're going to be going through the web jungle today. We've got a lot to talk about, but let me just go over some of the intro information for you real quick before we jump into our material. Ask a Web Geek is the place where I ask you, what would you like to ask a Web Geek? We invite all of your questions on a variety of topics. You know, I'm here to teach you that your website is your number one tool. That's the thing I probably talk the most about. Your website is your number one tool to grow and support your business. And if you think of it like that, it should enhance each aspect of your business, allowing you to attract more customers, make more sales, enhance customer service, increase your efficiency, save time, save money, and ultimately serve your clients better, faster, and easier. It bears repeating. Your website is the only thing online that you can fully own and control. The only thing online that you can fully own and control. It's important. It's more important now than ever to have something online that you can fully own and control. It could become the platform for your business. When we have all these shifting tides and shifting sands and companies that merge and acquire, and who knows what's going to happen tomorrow, having a website as a platform, as a virtual foundation or virtual platform for your business is so important. And there's so many other tools and technologies that we can use to help support our business. So I believe it starts with a well-crafted website as a good foundation, and then we can build on top of that all these other pieces, all these other tools and technology that are going to help you do all of these things more and better. Attracting more customers, making more sales, improving your customer service. Those things increase your efficiency, they improve your productivity, and there's a lot of really cool tools and resources you can use to do that. We're going to be going over a few of them in the show today, so stay tuned. First, I just want to congratulate you. I want to acknowledge you because you're here with me this morning, and And I know that if you're listening to my voice and you're watching this presentation right now, that means that you're one of the few people in the world that's taking steps to improve your situation, improve your life, improve your business. And I want to take just a minute and congratulate you and say good for you. Give yourself a pat on the back. Acknowledge yourself because you're in the right place at the right time. You're working on improving your life and your situation, and you deserve just a second to feel good about that, to acknowledge yourself for doing that. Again, only a few small percentage of the world actively improves their life and their situation, and you're one of those people. So I say good for you. Ask a Web Geek. We're on a variety of different platforms. Let me tell you about that. First of all, join our Facebook group, Ask a Web Geek. That's where everything begins. We go live into our Facebook group Wednesday mornings at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, and that's where we start the taping of the show. I test the technology for a few minutes. We chat with folks for a few minutes as they jump on live, making sure everything works, and then eventually we get the show started, and that's what you're listening to or watching right now. And then the show in the middle here gets cut and edited, and we put it up on YouTube. So I also invite you to subscribe on YouTube. You'll be notified when the show goes live, usually over the following weekend. You're also welcome to follow on Twitter. If you're a Twitter user, you can find me at AskAWebGeek, and feel free to ask questions there or tweet along with the show. If you're watching the show or listening to it as a podcast anytime in the future, it doesn't matter if it's a year from now, please jump onto Twitter and just let me know what episode you're listening to, what made you laugh, what you disagree with, what follow-up questions that you have. I invite your engagement on Twitter at AskAWebGeek, and like I mentioned, yes, it does become a podcast. We film it together as a group here in Facebook, and then I edit it into a podcast and a show. The video goes up on YouTube, and both pieces go to our website. We've got the video there, we've got the audio there, and it's also sent out from there to all the podcast catchers. So please subscribe on your favorite podcast channel, podcast player. It is on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. I know it's also on Spotify, Stitcher, and several other places. Let me know if you have a podcast player, a favorite podcast player. Let me know if the show is not there, and I want to make sure that it is. Let me know if it is there too. I'd like to hear all of your thoughts on that. So these are all the places to join us and connect with us and participate in the show. We invite all your questions and feedback, and we welcome to the show. Really quick disclaimer, you must be willing to have your question or issue addressed in a public forum. It's a public group, public website, public YouTube channel, and so I want to make sure that everything that we're talking about is totally okay with you, that we talk about in these public forums. If we're going to go ahead and look at something live together on the internet, maybe we're going to log into your website. Keep in mind, password fields are always obscured. No one can see that. But if there's anything else that's sensitive that you don't want people to see for whatever reason in the back end of something, let me know. We can always log into things like off screen and then bring them on screen when we actually want to look at the problem that's related to your question. So just know that we have ways to work around privacy issues if there's a concern. Otherwise, we're just going to address everything here, totally transparent, totally available for everyone to watch, all the pieces, all the ways that we do it. This is not legal or professional advice. I'm not an attorney. I'm not a CPA. You need to have those professionals in your pocket, in your business pocket, so to speak, so they can consult you on those important professional decisions. I'm a web geek. I've got a lot of years of experience with websites and internet and technology and the tools and resources available, but I am not a licensed professional like these guys, like you need to have. So you really do need to consult with your attorney or your CPA before you make any kind of changes to your business. Remember, you accept responsibility for everything. CJ Gilbert and Ask a Web Geek is responsible for nothing. You accept responsibility for everything, including your own success. So who am I? I'm CJ Gilbert. I'm the Web Geek. I've been doing this for a long time. I got started in 1995 building websites, did a few other things, and ended up opening my own company in 2004. And so I've been serving business owners in San Diego and beyond since 2004. And my business is here to serve your business. The name of my business is Gilbert Studios, which you'll see on my little chameleon guy right down here. And I believe that my business is here to serve your business. And I want you to use the power of websites, tools, and technologies to do more business, to do better business. I believe that my business can enhance your business as your business is serving others. And I believe that I actually have the power to reach and change and influence millions of people as a result of my work through your work, because your work is going to impact thousands and millions of people possibly. So if I can help you do that, together we're having a greater impact on the world. So that's how I see myself. I see myself as serving your business so your business can better serve others. So I'm glad that you're with us this morning. We're going to figure out some ways to do that. Keep a lookout for your golden nugget. You know, our minds are so interesting as you go over the same information over and over again. Even if you watch the same video or you read the same book or you listen to the same audio over and over again, you're going to get something new each time. And so all you have to do is be on the lookout for it. It's just the way that our minds operate, the way that our brains filter. So all you have to do is just be on the lookout, available to see your golden nugget, and you'll find it. Grab some paper. We got a lot of stuff to talk about in today's show. I like to recommend that you draw a line right down the middle of it, label the left side notes and the right side actions, and that way you can take your stream of notes, stream of consciousness notes right down that left-hand side. And then there's going to be certain pieces that really call out to you that you want to move quickly on, move at the speed of instruction, one of my mentors says. And those items can go in that right-hand column, your action column. So you've got all the details on the left, you've got your action steps laid out on the right, and then make sure to star your golden nuggets so you can find those later. Ask a Web Geek, sponsored by just a few sponsors this morning. And I also want to say hello to Garrison and Lisa, who are jumping on the call right now. Thanks so much for being here. Welcome to the show. Our sponsors of the show this week, accidentally or on purpose, our first one is Exceptional Entrepreneurs. This is the one of the non-exclusive business networking groups that I'm a part of here in San Diego. And normally we have a bunch of in-person meetings that you can take advantage of, but we're going to be doing something a little different for the next few weeks, and I'll be telling you more about that coming up on the show. But I did want to mention Exceptional Entrepreneurs. I'm a huge proponent and I guess you could say sponsor of them. And today they're sponsoring our show back. We're streaming live through the Exceptional Entrepreneurs group, and we're going to be doing some other work with them very closely over the next few weeks. So welcome anyone who's coming from the Exceptional Entrepreneurs community. We're glad that you're here. If you'd like to learn more about Exceptional Entrepreneurs, you can look them up on meetup.com. Meetup.com, Exceptional Entrepreneurs, and you can find all the links and details to the various events and things that are scheduled there. So if you're part of that EE community, if I say EE through the rest of this meeting, you'll know that that's what I'm talking about, Exceptional Entrepreneurs. So glad that you're with us this morning. Thanks for being with us, and thanks for being a sponsor of the show, whether you meant to or not. I also want to mention last week we had our very first guest geek on the show, Janae Spry. I actually met Janae through an Exceptional Entrepreneurs meeting probably a year or two ago. And that's why I wanted to mention it again. Now, it was definitely over a year because we've been at this last place a year, right, Doug? So that means it's got to be like a year and a half, 2 years ago. I've known Janae for a while because of networking, because of Exceptional Entrepreneurs. And that's the point. That's the point. We build relationships and we grow our business through relationships. Beautiful logo. Garrison Fletcher says beautiful logo. All right, Garrison, I've got to make a mention of that. Garrison Fletcher designed this logo for Exceptional Entrepreneurs. Thank you for saying so. Absolutely. You'll see it in a couple versions. This is the long version. There's also a square version. Look for that. If you spot the square version later in the slides, you win. You win the grand prize. So thanks for being here, Garrison. He designed that beautiful, beautiful logo. So as I was saying, Janae Spry, I met her in Exceptional Entrepreneurs. We built a relationship. We each have our specialty, but we've started working together very recently. I've been fortunate to create some videos that went into her Facebook group, and last week she gave me a video that went into our Facebook group. So I'm so grateful for that. So our very last episode, our featured topic was presented by Janae, so make sure to go check that out. And it was sponsored by her Facebook group, the Productive and Independent DOER-ENTREPRENEURS. This is a Facebook group that you can join where it's tips, techniques, tools, resources for entrepreneurs and independent professionals. You can get there very easily at this shortcut link that I created for you. It's paide.gilbertstudios.com. PAIDE, P-A-I-D-E .gilbertstudios.com. That's the shortcut link. Go join Janae's Facebook group, and I will see you there. And I also want to mention my free video workshop. This is the 5 keys to unlock the profit hidden in your website. This is the perfect place to start. You could be a do-it-yourselfer type website person. You might be in business, you might have a website already. This is the perfect course for someone who already has a website. This is the perfect course for someone who likes to do their own website. This is the perfect course for someone who doesn't know what to do with their website and they're looking for more ideas about what could be possible. If you're in any of those categories, jump over to mywebsitesafari.com. You will find a 7-part video series. Each video is less than 10 minutes long, and it allows you to systematically take a look at each piece of your website. And as you improve your website, you're going to be improving your business. There's exercises and worksheets to download, and the whole thing is totally free at mywebsitesafari.com. Start there, go through that program, learn the basic core concepts and ideas, and then you're going to have follow-up questions. Bring all those follow-up questions right back here to Ask a Web Geek, and we'll make sure to take care of all of that. All right, gang, buckle up and stay hydrated. Hopefully you've got your water. I do. I've got my water right here next to me. We've got a lot of stuff to go over in the show today, so get ready. It is now time for our featured topic of the week. I just released a blog on my website. You can read the whole thing at gilbertstudios.com/blog. I would be remiss if I did not mention what was going on in today's climate. For those of you who don't know, or you're watching 100 years in the future, or whatever, for posterity, I should at least mention, I don't like to say these words out loud, but I'm going to say them anyway for those watching, just so you know fully what we're aware of. Today is March 18th, 2020, and we currently have a nationwide, a worldwide scare about the coronavirus. COVID-19, or at least the fear or fever of it, is sweeping the nation, sweeping the world, and it is changing everything. We've got bars and restaurants being shut down. We've got meetings being canceled everywhere. People are being told to stay in their homes, especially the elderly. Sorry, people over 65 are being asked to stay in their homes because they're especially susceptible to this particular illness, which causes respiratory distress. And there's been death, and there's been chaos, and there's been, I don't want to say there's been looting. I haven't seen any looting, but I have seen people making a run on the stores and taking all the stuff off the shelves, and there's even been some fighting over toilet paper. It's a crazy time right now, and I know that it's a big deal, and it's going on in our world, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention it. So that's what's happening, and people are scared, and people are nervous, and they don't know what to do. Schools are closed. All the kids are home. Everyone has now become a homeschooler. So welcome to the homeschooling world, everyone. And it's crazy. So what can we do? Well, guess what, folks? There's a lot of tools and technologies that we can use during this time. And I felt it was my duty, it was my responsibility to present to you some of the things that you can do. Here I am in my own home office, quarantined in my own little bubble with my family in the background. Do pardon me if you hear any noises or yelling or screaming. My kids are home too. But you know what else? I'm seeing people pulling together. I'm seeing really encouraging things. I'm seeing strangers helping each other out. I'm hearing stories of an elderly couple in the parking lot at the store, too afraid to get out of their car and go in the grocery store, giving money to a total stranger to go into the store, and she bought their groceries and she brought it back out to them and gave them their change. And I'm seeing people pulling together during this time. I believe that this is not going to destroy us. I believe this is going to pull us together and make us stronger as a community and as a people. And so I'm here to help you in any way that I can during this process. And the thing that I wanted to go over this morning with you is how to use a particular kind of technology so we can stay connected. Even though we're in our homes, we don't have to be isolated. We have an amazing resource, just like what we're doing right now, to use the internet, to use the tools at our disposal to stay connected. We can meet, we can work, we can collaborate. There's a lot of things that we can do online. So let's take advantage of the technology that we have and overcome these problems with the tools that we have available. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about that. If you'd like to read more about this topic, do check out my blog, gilbertstudios.com/blog. You're going to look for this graphic right here, and the title of the blog is "It's Time to Go Online." It's time. So let's talk a little bit about that this morning. My graphic says, "Come online, the water's fine." So the tool that we're going to be talking about today is something that's being used a lot right now, and it's called Zoom. Zoom is a platform, it's a video conferencing platform that you can use, and you can get started for free. And the way that you go there is zoom.us. Zoom.us. You can also Google the word Zoom, and Google will take you right to it. But the address is zoom.us. And you can sign up for a totally free account to participate in this platform. Hi, Brenda. Glad you jumped on with us this morning. Welcome. So you can go to zoom.us and you can sign up totally for your own free account. Now, if you want to, you can check out the plans and pricing pages to see how they have different levels of service and how their different levels of service include different things. So, for example, I'm on the next plan up. I think it's called the Pro plan, and that if you're on the free plan, let me give you a couple of the distinctions. If you're on the free plan, there is a limit to how many people you can have participate at one time, and there's a limit to the time that you can use. So if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong and they could change this anytime, you're allowed to go live with a group of people for not more than 40 minutes. You also have the ability to record that to your own local computer. However, on the plan that I'm on, you can have up to 100 participants, and there is no time limit, and you can record that in the cloud, so to speak, on their server. Really cool tool, you guys, and I absolutely recommend that you check this out. Sign up for your free account at zoom.us. So there's a couple things that I want to let you know. You don't have to actually sign up for an account to use Zoom. Someone else could be hosting the meeting, and then they could send you a link or a meeting ID. Let me show you what to do with that. So if you want to join a meeting that you're not hosting, you don't even have to sign up for an account. Now, I recommend you do, because it makes it a little easier to sign in next time, and you can add your picture and you can customize your name, and there's a couple pieces like that that are pretty cool. So if you have a few minutes and you don't mind playing with it, zoom.us, sign up for your own free account, and away you go. You can host meetings, you can join meetings. Now, like I mentioned, you don't have to actually sign up to join a meeting. You'll see up here on their website, there's a link that says join a meeting. It's almost in the center of the page right there. Or you can go to zoom.us/join. So if you click that link, join a meeting, or you go directly to zoom.us/join, then you're going to come to this screen right here, and it's going to invite you to put in a meeting ID. That's what you'll need. That's what you'll need from the host, is a meeting ID. And it could be different and unique for every one of the meetings, or you can also create like a default number which you can use for all of your meetings or a particular kind of meetings. There's a lot of options, and I'm not going to go into all the options right now, But if you do have follow-up questions or you want to learn how to do something more specifically, let us know and we'll go over that. So you can sign up for free. You can join for free without even having to sign up. And again, this is the place that you'll do that, zoom.us/join, and you'll need a meeting ID. Or if the person has done this, if the host of the meeting has already done this, they may have created the Zoom meeting and then sent you a direct link. And if you've been sent the direct link, you can go ahead and click the link. It will take you, the same thing happens whether you put the number in right here and you click join, or you get sent a direct link that you click on. Either way, you're going to see this next screen right here. And what's going to happen is the website's going to download a little piece of software to your computer. It's called the launcher. It's the software that allows you to connect the computer together. So this is totally okay to have happen. It's totally okay from this legitimate website, zoom.us. It's going to download the little piece of software, and you're going to have to go through those steps to install that. So you'll need to click it. You might need to tell it to run. You might need to click allow and approve and accept. Your computer's going to prompt you a couple times on what you need to do exactly. So go ahead and walk through that process. Let the computer prompt you. Go ahead and read what it's asking you and know that it's okay to give Zoom the software permission to install on your computer and then access the pieces that it needs to work. So you're going to click allow, accept, approve, whatever it prompts you. And then it's going to ask you if you'll grant access to your video camera. I wrote if on my slideshow. If you want people to see you on your video camera, you can go ahead and grant access to that. I'll come back to that. Hang on. And also grant access to your microphone. You may have a microphone built right into your laptop, or you might need to install or add an additional microphone. I have a microphone, an external microphone, which looks an awful lot like this, which is what I have plugged into my computer and what I use. Your results may vary. So if you have an external microphone, this also works on your mobile phone. It also works on a tablet. And again, it's going to ask you to give it permission to access the microphone on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer. All of those things are totally okay to do. It needs to have access to the components to work. And the final thing that it's going to ask you right as it's actually connecting you to the meeting, it's going to connect you and it's going to drop you into that meeting, and it's going to ask you this final question. It's going to ask you if you want to connect your audio. And the reason it does that is because it's possible for you to connect with your computer or your other device just for the purpose of seeing the screen or the presentation, and yet you could call in on an actual telephone. You could actually do that for the audio piece. But chances are you're not going to do that. You're not going to be watching it on one screen and then manually dial in on the phone. So you're going to want to go ahead and click yes. Yes, connect to the computer audio. Or on the phone, it's going to say connect to device audio. Yes, that's okay. That's the final piece that allows you to be heard in the call. So once you've gone through all those steps, maybe you've signed up for your own account, you've downloaded the little software, allow, accept, approve, granted access to your video camera so it can see you, granted access to your microphone so it can hear you, and you may also have to tell it, yes, go ahead and connect me to the audio. Of course, I want to talk to them. I want to hear them. So that's the final piece that you'll connect. Here's something for you to keep a lookout. Now, this is what it looks like on the left-hand side of my screen here. This is what it looks like on the computer version, and on the right-hand side, this is what it looks like on the mobile version. So I just wanted to show you these two icons right here, so you can see if someone else can see you or hear you or not. So you'll notice that in both of these examples, there's a slash across the microphone and there's a slash across the video screen. So in this particular setting, no one would be able to hear me and no one would be able to see me. And you can also see just a picture, just a corner of the picture. If you don't have your video enabled, it will either show your name, or if you've created your own account and have uploaded your photo, it will show your photo, your static, non-moving photo there instead. So this is how you check to see if someone can see you or hear you. And then when you're ready to be heard, you can click the button that says unmute right there on either version. And when you unmute yourself, then you can be heard. Now, I'm just going to point out, it is up to a combination of your settings, how you have your settings configured, and how the host may have their settings configured. You see, they can set it if they want people to join the meeting muted. And then they have to unmute themselves. So the host has the power to mute everyone or unmute people, depending on how they want the participation to go. But this is how you see it from your side, making sure your microphone is on or not, making sure your camera is on or not. Does that make sense? Are you following that, everyone? Let me know if you have any questions on this. I wanted to highlight this because it's important for me, because sometimes I like to join Zoom meetings totally naked and I don't want the video camera to be on for their benefit. So just to let you know, this is where you're going to go to look for those things. That's not true. I've never done that before. I've never done that. I just said that now to make you laugh. I can hear Doug laughing now. Okay, so that's really important. Check those two settings. And then when you're ready to be heard, unmute. When you're ready to be seen, click the one that says start video. Or, surprise, you may already be on video. So this is where you'll want to see that. Do you need more help? This is just the basics. This is just getting started. And of course, I don't have time in this 1-hour show to teach you every single little nuance and tidbit of what's available, but I am available if you need more help. I'm available for private coaching. We can do it just like this. We could have a Zoom call together to teach you how to use Zoom. Or we can do something else. But either way, we can discuss your needs. You see, this is a perfect tool for you to use for a variety of reasons. You might be a coach or a teacher, and you could use this as a tool to continue to coach your clients, continue to teach your students with a live video-to-video training session. It's amazing. Or maybe you have a mom's group, or a church group, or a business group, or some other meeting that you need to use. This is the tool to do it. So I invite you to reach out to me if you need any help setting this up for your own group or church or business or company. My phone number is 619-512-3210. 619-512-3210. You are welcome to call or text that number or email cj@askawebgeek.com. cj@askawebgeek.com. I'm here to help you. I'm here to put these tools and technologies in place. We can work together to overcome what we're going through, and I'm so encouraged to have you here. So what's next, guys? I alluded to it earlier. I'm super excited about this opportunity because we have canceled our in-person networking meetings. We're going to do some virtual business networking over the next couple weeks. I don't know how it's going to work out yet. Our first one is tomorrow, and it's going to be an experiment. But you know what? It's going to be a heck of a lot of fun, and we're going to be having a great time together. So I invite you to join us. You don't have to be in San Diego to take advantage of this networking opportunity because we're going online. We're going to practice what I'm preaching, and we're going to go online with our meetings. So let me walk you through it just for a minute. We're going to be doing our virtual business networking for our normal times. We normally meet 11:30 to 1 in person on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. This is what we're doing now. Thursdays and Fridays, we're going to have a virtual networking time. We're going to do it on both Thursday and Friday. That way you can pick the date that's most convenient to you, or we welcome you to show up for both. I'll be at both, and I'd love to see you there. I'm still going to be available at 11:30. We normally have an open networking time from 11:30 to noon. Not exactly going to be easy to do that in this format. So what we're going to do instead is I'm still going to kick off the meeting at 11:30 and be right here available for you. And then I'm going to be here. This is the time when you can jump on. You can make sure that we can hear you. We can see you if you want, and get all those technical pieces out of the way. So the 11:30 to noon time is our hangout, our chat, our pre-show, if you will. Please excuse me. I think my 4-year-old's yelling in the background. Work from home dad. Hashtag work from home dad. So 11:30, we're going to start that technology piece and help folks get logged in and settled. And then at noon, that should give us enough time, so that at noon we can begin our meeting and begin running through our normal agenda, which we'll have to modify slightly for our virtual needs here. So we invite you to take advantage of that. I've got the meeting IDs here on the screen, but the easiest thing for you to do right now is to go to my blog, gilbertstudios.com/blog, and I've got the links, the direct links to join these meetings there. So that's the place that you can go to just grab the link. It's the easiest thing you can possibly do to join that meeting. So go to my blog if you just want to click on the link and you're not watching this, or for whatever reason this isn't the easiest thing for you. That's the easiest thing. We've also got them going up on meetup.com, facebook.com. There's a couple other places we're posting those links, but the easiest way for me to tell you now is just to say that I put them on my blog for you, gilbertstudios.com/blog. But here's the meeting IDs if you want to write them down, or if you can see the screen. Our Thursday meeting, the meeting ID is 363-288-814. Thursday meeting, 363-288-814. Our Friday meeting, the meeting ID is 690-801-657. The Friday meeting ID, 690-801-657. So this is going to be a heck of a lot of fun, you guys. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I do know we're going to have a great time doing it. So please jump on, participate. We'll do our best to run through our agenda as best we can. We may even have a speaker. We may even have, networking time as we can do it. We're going to be experimenting with these tools, and we invite you to be part of our experiment. Doug is mentioning in the comment that he has been sharing it out everywhere. He's got it on, because it's virtual, he's extended it up into Orange County and LA, and he's got RSVPs coming in from those locations. How exciting. How exciting. Very good. And Eventbrite. Good. It's on Eventbrite too. So fantastic. I'm really excited about this. I hope that you can participate with us. Like I said, I don't know how it's going to go, but I do know we're going to have a lot of fun. So look forward to joining us there. gilbertstudios.com/blog. I've got the links there for you. I've got the quick links that you can just click on it and jump right into the call or Meetup or any of those other places I mentioned. So super big thank you to Exceptional Entrepreneurs partnering with CJ Gilbert and Ask a Web Geek for the show, for this technology, for streaming today, for our virtual networking over the next couple days. It's going to be really exciting. So I'm glad that you're with us, and we're going to have a great time together. Let me know if you have any questions about any of those things, any follow-up questions at all. Really, really appreciate your feedback and your participation. Join our Facebook group, Ask a Web Geek. We've got ongoing conversations and questions there. We encourage our community to post questions and post answers to others' questions. Here's one of our questions going on. This was asked by Peter, and we're talking about good books and resources on offline guerrilla marketing techniques. What are relatively cheap things that business owners and independent professionals can do to gain greater exposure and reach in their local areas? So we invite your comments and feedback on this question. It's one of our pinned announcements in the Facebook page, so come find that. And here's another one that's up there too. What's the correct way to come up with your own Instagram hashtag? This was asked originally by Melissa, and our community has jumped on with all kinds of links and resources and suggestions. So if you have any questions on Instagram hashtags, come into our Facebook group and check out all the conversation happening there. Last time on Ask a Web Geek, let me give you just the quick run through of our last few episodes. Our very last episode, episode 26, I'm thrilled that we had our very first guest geek, Janae Spry, and she presented a productivity system that she calls 1-3 More. A really great system. I had to watch that video like 3, 4, 5 times before I really understood what she was talking about and before I really understood how to implement it into my own day. So I encourage you, check that video out, episode 26. It was fantastic, and I'm so grateful that she shared that information with our community. Really great system you can use to have a great quarter, have a great month, or have a really productive day. It works for all three. And then in episode 25, I talked about how to use our resource pages, both on the Ask a Web Geek website and on the gilbertstudios.com website, and the different resources and tools that are available for you there. In episode 24, we explored WordPress, and we talked a little bit about the themes and the plugins and how all those pieces connect. And then in episode 23, we talked about why size matters. And of course, I'm talking about the image size on your website. Your website image size matters. It's really important to balance the quality as well as the size of that file so that you still give your user a really great experience. You want them to have a high quality image, but you also want it to download fairly quickly. So that's something you can check out in episode 23. And then in episode 22, I revealed my secret formula on how you can create a secure password that you can actually remember. There's some tools out there that will generate a secure password and remember it for you, and I recommend that you use those tools. They're great, but you may have situations like I do where I need to remember my password for a couple websites that I log into all the time from different devices. And if that's a situation you find yourself in, won't you check out episode 22 and learn how you can create a secure password that is unique to each and every website and you can actually remember it. Sounds too good to be true? Maybe, or maybe CJ has a secret formula that you can use to create your own unique secure password. So check out episode 22. I finally revealed that information and it's out there now. Nothing I can do about it. At the beginning of the show today, we had a question by Joe. Joe says, this isn't a tech question. That's okay. We talk about business and all kinds of things here. He says, my thought for the day is sales aren't lost at the close, but they are lost at the opening. Any ideas on opening better online? First contact online? Turns out it was a tech question, Joe. Yes. My answer is yes. You should have a website. Why? Because people want to do a little bit of due diligence on you, but people are also really super lazy. So the amazing thing about a website is we can put information right out here that we want them to get to, and they can find it really easily. So they feel like, oh, I've done some research. I've done my due diligence. I did the thing I need to do, and then they find the information that we set right out there for them to read. It's a sales opportunity, but it's a low pressure sales opportunity because they're in their own home or office when they're doing their research. They've let their guard down. They don't feel like you're selling them. They just feel like they're doing a little research and learning more about you. People choose the familiar. People choose the familiar. What do people choose? The familiar. So let them get to know you through your website, your social media, your online presence. The more people can get to know you and interact with you and engage with you, the better they're going to develop that familiar feeling for you. And that's going to lead them to do business with you. When they're ready to make that buying decision, they're going to go inside and they're going to rely on the familiar feeling that they have to choose who to do business with. And of course, there's a lot of other things we can go into. Another great tip, just because we're on it, is testimonials, stories, client stories, how you're helping people. And not just a testimonial about, CJ was great, he was super great, and he does great stuff, but how you actually transform the lives of the people that you work with. In fact, I'm going to shuffle my paperwork here for just a second so I can tell you that you should go back to episode 10. Episode 10, I talked about how to create a testimonial on your website that is effective. So to learn more about that, episode 10 of Ask a Web Geek, we talk about creating testimonials that move people to action. And using the phrase, here's what my clients are saying about me. What if you had a few video testimonials that you put on your YouTube channel or your website or some place that it was really easy to send those to people that were talking about doing business with you? Hey, Joe, it was really nice talking to you the other day. If we can do business, let me know if you have any other questions. In the meantime, here's a couple videos for you to check out about what some of our other clients are saying. And that would be my suggestion to you. Joe, open to your thoughts and suggestions as well. Thanks so much for asking that question. Jennifer, thanks for being here. We see you jumping on the call. Glad that you're here. Let's take a quick field trip. Let me check the time. Okay, we do have a little bit of time left in the show today. So we're going to take a live field trip. I'm going to shift gears, shifting gears for a minute. Let me take a deep breath. Let me drink some water. You should take a drink some water too. I get really excited about this stuff. I love it. I love websites so much. It's so exciting. And tools and technology and helping you. I'm passionate about helping you in your business. Let's check in with our studio audience. Comments, questions before we move on, gang? Garrison Fletcher says, I cringe when I see many people just sell instead of ask a question, or highlight something that will make the person that reads their message and can picture themselves seeing the benefit of contacting this person to help. Yes, the benefit. The benefit. Explain the benefit of what you do. Explain the benefit of the benefit. Hi, Julie. Welcome to the show. Glad that you're with us this morning. Okay, so yesterday I had an interesting experience. I have previously talked about a useful tool that you can use to create a landing page that allows you to link to many other places. Let's go online and I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. Where's my slides? Here's my browser. Here we go. Here we are at the Ask a Web Geek website at AskAWebGeek.com. Please click this green button to join our Facebook group and click this blue button to subscribe to YouTube, AskAWebGeek.com. Okay, so previously I talked about a really cool tool called Linktree. Let me show you what it looks like. Linktree. So I have a page on Linktree, Gilbert Studios. It's a .ee, so, you know, craziness. Anyway, it allows you to create a single page with multiple buttons on it. Now, the purpose of this is for a site like Instagram, where you only have one link on your profile. And if you've ever noticed, if you put a link inside the posts, your Instagram posts, they do not turn into links. Interesting, right? So what was recommended and what I was recommending is that you create a Linktree page like this one, and then you can take that one link and make that your profile link, and then anytime you reference something in a post, you can just say link in profile, and then they can go to your profile, which is easy for them to click on, and then they can click the one active link in your profile, and then it would take them to this page, and then they can choose the other thing they want to go and see. Cool, right? Except when it doesn't work. Yesterday, I found out that my Linktree was not working from Instagram. Why? Instagram was blocking it. They considered it spam. Maybe people are doing this and they're abusing the system. Maybe they're abusing Instagram and creating junk profiles and linking off to these other trash websites. So because of that, Instagram, at their discretion, can block your link anytime they want to. And they don't tell you about it. And isn't that frustrating? So yesterday I discovered Instagram was not allowing anybody to click on my link. Or if you did click on my link, you just got an error message, an Instagram error message that said it's not working. And no one told me. I discovered it totally on my own. And I'm like, oh no, what are we going to do? Well, guess what? We came up with a really great solution. So now if you go to my Instagram profile, you're going to see I have a new link in that area. gilbertstudios.com/quicklinks. Oh yes, I have created on my own website a single page that I can use for my multiple quick links. So that's what I did. This is what I built yesterday. This is a new page on my website with my buttons. So now I'm no longer linking to Linktree, and I'm no longer going to recommend that other people do too, because I didn't know that this was a thing. I didn't know Instagram was going to block it. I didn't know people were abusing it. But there's so many benefits to this, because now it's a link back to your website. Yay! That's what we want. It's a legitimate backlink from a social media site, and we're sending them to a specific place where they can get information. For a little while, I was just putting gilbertstudios.com, but that's not enough, because I'm sharing a particular resource with you, or I want you to go somewhere, or I'm telling you go to my blog, or go to my video course, or, you know, check out this video. My friend Corey just finished remodeling a house, and I want you to see that video. I don't have that anywhere on my website, but now I do, because I've got this button. Now, I realize this page doesn't look great on desktop, but it really wasn't meant to be desktop. Let me show you what it looks like on mobile, because that's really the point. It's really a mobile page. So let it recalculate itself here for a second. Let me go full screen so you can see it. Where's my full screen? Here it is. So here's what it looks like on mobile. Looks really great on mobile, right? So I've got all my links there. You can click here to go to my most recent blog article, the one I was just talking about. Or you can click here to look at the video of Corey's house that he just finished. Ask a Web Geek, yada yada, my free tools. So these are all stuff that I post about. And now I can continue to say link in profile. and I've got all my buttons right there. And I had already built my website with all my social media links for a mobile view, so it's right there. And if they want to continue on to look at the rest of my website, they sure can too. So here's my solution to that. I've replaced Linktree with my very own created quick links page on my website, and I recommend that you do that too. Why? Because your website is the only thing you can fully own and control on the internet. Look what happened. I was using this other service. They cut it off. Instagram said you can't use it. Linktree said, meh. So what did I do? I went back to my website. The only thing I can fully own and control on the internet. Have my new quick links page set up, and then I went to all my other social media profiles and changed my link to this page. So that's the solution I came up with, and I'm darn happy with it. So if you need a solution like that, just let me know. Linktree was a cool tool. I really liked the idea, but not if Instagram blocks it. I mean, that totally eliminates the point of it, right? So anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you today. We've innovated. We've adapted. We adapted to our surroundings, right? Yeah, absolutely. Okay. What's left in our show for you today? Any other, I invite your final comments, questions as we're wrapping up down here, gang. Let me move into our final piece of agenda. What questions do you have, community, Facebook community, YouTube community, podcast community? What questions do you have for the Web Geek and the whole community? We're here. We invite you to ask any questions you have on websites, technology, social media, email campaigns. If there's a tool or a technology online that we can use to help your business, ask me about it. We'll figure it out. We'll get it going. So we invite you to join our Facebook group, Ask a Web Geek. You're welcome to post your questions directly into the group. The whole reason I created it as a group is so that you could go in there and post your own questions directly. I'll address it in an upcoming show, and I'm excited to see what our community does, because they're going to jump on and they're going to start answering your question, and they have even more links and resources than I do. So all together, we're going to make sure to get your question answered. So whatever your question is, come on over, Ask a Web Geek, come on into our Facebook group and ask that question, and we can't wait to hear what we can help you with. Garrison says, do you have the quick links page as a tab in your menu on your website, or just have it on a back page that is not able to be found from your website? Great question, Garrison. The answer is I do not have it as a tab. That is to say, what he's asking is, if he went up to that top menu where it says home and about and services, could he find it in that menu? No, it's not there. It's only created essentially as a back page, just for people to be able to get to, just function only. Great question, Garrison. Thank you for that. Let me remind you about our sponsors for Ask a Web Geek today. Ask a Web Geek sponsored by Exceptional Entrepreneurs. Look for us on meetup.com, normally an in-person only meeting in San Diego, but this week, next few weeks, for the next month, we're going to be online, and we invite you to join us there. All the links and details are going to be at meetup.com. Also, thank you so much to Janae and her Facebook group, the Productive and Independent DOER-Entrepreneurs. I invite you to check them out, join her group too. A lot of great resources and information for entrepreneurs, helping you do more business, do better business, be more productive. You can join her group. Use my shortcut link to help you get there, paide.gilbertstudios.com. That's paid with an extra E at the end. It's an extra paid. paide.gilbertstudios.com. Use that shortcut link. It's going to jump you right over to her Facebook group. Join it and let her know that you came from CJ and Ask a Web Geek. And I look forward to seeing you there. And do make sure to check out my free video workshop. You can find it at mywebsitesafari.com. This 7-part video series will help you get an introduction onto the core concepts and ideas that you can use to improve your website and improve your whole business. And then you're going to have follow-up questions. And then you come right back here to Ask a Web Geek for all of your follow-up questions. And we're going to fix everything that's wrong in your business forever. And all the links and details are at askawebgeek.com. askawebgeek.com. I'm so glad that you're with me this morning. Thank you so much for being here. This show is all about you and how we can support each other. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. There's a billion other places you could have been here, and you're here with me now, either now live or in the future or on YouTube or on the podcast or however you're joining me. I'm glad that you've been with us. Thank you so much for your time and attention. We're here to help you. We're here to encourage you. Please reach out to us, and we'll do anything that we can to help support you. My name is CJ Gilbert. I'm your web safari guide, and I'm here to remind you that the internet is a jungle. It's so easy to get lost, go down the wrong path, find yourself in a trap, the quicksand, and lost, and you don't know where to go. Instead, you want to join up with a tribe of people. Hire a well-trained guide who can lead you through and get you where you want to go. I invite you to have a wonderful week. Have an amazing Website Wednesday. Let us know how we can support you in the next week. And remember, we're here to help you. The internet's a jungle. Let us be your guide. Have a good one. God bless. Helps if I hit the right buttons at the right time. Okay, my sound is going, my audio is going. I look pretty good, all things considering. Woo! Good stuff, right? So I have a page on Linktree, Gilbert Studios. It's a .ee, so, craziness. Anyway, nope, that's my face. You don't want to see my face right now. Please join us over the next couple days and weeks as we do our virtual business networking. It's a really exciting opportunity. So thanks everyone for being here. Let me know how I can support you, and we'll see you in the jungle. At Gilbert Studios, we understand the internet is a jungle. Roar! See you next time. Adapt, adopt, adapt, and improve. See you next time.